Good morning, afternoon, evening, night, well, whatever time you're watching this video. My name is Needlecrash here, and I'm going to go over some details of Street Fighter V, but not in the details that you would expect. Because what I'm referring to is the Japanese Volcanic edition of Street Fighter V. That you can only get in Japan, or not unless if you import it. Luckily for me, I imported. So, not going to waste any time. Let's get to it. So this isn't going to really be an unboxing, but this is really more of a video of what is entailed, because I'm not going to, freshly open a box for you. Who has time for that? I'm not going to just do that. So let's get to it. So this is one of the things that you get in the Volcanic Edition. You get the hot package of Street Fighter V. Now this is the Japanese version of the game. And what you get with this, obviously, you can see Ryu looking like Kenshiro from Hokuto no Ken or Fist of the North Star, and you have Chun-Li looking kind of nice. So in this package, you get the DLC vouchers to get their costumes. Now over in the US, to get Ryu's costume, you would have had to pre-order the game from GameStop, or for Chun-Li's, you have to pre-order the game through PSN. So with here, I don't gotta do that. It's just right there, put in the code, and you're good. Now here's the only caveat with that. This is for the Japanese version of the game, but I also have the American version. So I was playing around with both versions, and basically both games are exactly the same, even though they are region free. The only big difference is you need to have a Japanese. The game is more determined by the region more so than the game. So I can't use these costumes on my US account because I need a Japanese account, because DLC is based off the region in which you purchased it from. So if I bought, let's just say for example, I bought BlazBlue Central Fiction DLC from Japan, but I also have the same version over in the United States, I can't use my United States account to redeem the Japanese DLC. So that's just kind of how it goes. So, moving on, this is what the Japanese version of the game looks like. So, for those who already have the United States version, you can tell that this is slightly different, because in the US version, you can actually see most of Ryu's body instead of his torso, and Street Fighter V is actually down here. So, that's that. Now, with this one, also, I forgot to mention this. With the hot package, I'm going to cover up these DLC codes real quick. You also get Cammy. Cammy is also redeemable in the hot package. Plus, you get some Zenny, which you use Zenny to buy characters. And you get 1,000 Zenny. And that's good enough for about 1.65 characters once the DLC comes out. So, not bad at all. Now let's get into the heart of this thing. This is this massive Street Fighter V Vital Box. The artist is Bengus, and he did the design for this. So, looks pretty nice. I like it. Kind of thin. There you go. So here's one of the things that you get from the Vital Box. This is the Fight Direction DVD. What this is a DVD that shows players, strategies, normals, command normals to use against other characters, situations, stuff like that. Now, if your Japanese is on point, this should not be a problem for you to read and understand, because everything is fully in Japanese. Other than that, good luck. However, this is Region 2. Now, I have a PC that I'm running, and I have a Blu-ray player, and I have VLC media player. I pop this bad boy in, plays, no problem. So, if you're in a situation like me, you could probably play it on your Blu-ray player or using the VLC media player. You can try using other DVD players. It may work, it may not work, who knows. So, that's kind of what you get from it. Now, even if you don't understand Japanese, you can kind of tell, it kind of tells you what to do, and it actually shows you video examples. So you can kind of follow it pretty quickly. And a DVD is roughly about 60 minutes long. So that's one thing. The second thing are these things. These are little printouts of everybody's command list in Street Fighter V. So I'm going to go through all of them very, very quickly, just so you can just see what they look like. And each one of them has their own Bengus illustration to it. So this is basically saying Street Fighter V command list for everybody. And so you got Cammy's, and that's her story DLC costume. Not available yet. This is Chun-Li's in her Interpol outfit. Not bad, not bad. We got Ryu. Or Ryu. This is his. Now you got Laura. Oops, sorry, not Laura. What this basically is this is actually a key of, you know, all the punches, kicks, you know, command motions, just more like a primer. Here you got Claw, which is also known as Balrog in Japan, or Vega in the United States or elsewhere. You got Nash. I prefer him to, I would like to call him Charlie, but I guess everybody has to call him Nash now because that's just what he is. Vega, aka Bison, aka Dictator. Birdie. I don't know why they made Birdie so fat in this game now. Kind of sad. Necalli. It's like a damn totem pole with some neon lights for a head. Ken. With his heat-resistant shirt on. Mika. With all her commands and what she looks like. Karin Kanzuki. Yeah, that's definitely her story DLC costume right there. Sim. Laura was also Sean Matsuda's cousin from Street Fighter 3. Geef. Rashid. She's actually a really fun character. I like his mobility. And Fong. So that's what you get for those three. Now on to the next part. We have the Street Fighter V Visionary book. Simply put, what this is pretty much an art book for Street Fighter V. It kind of gives you, well, I'm sorry, it does give you character renders for all the characters that's in the game. For example, here's Mika's right here. Some of the designs for her. That's just one of them. Now, this entire thing is in Japanese, so like I said, can't read it. You know, you're kind of SOL, but it's also nice to look at because it's a visionary book, so it has pictures and illustrations to it. So there's birdies, and I'll just show you just one more, for example. I'll show you Vega's Bison. So, and also in this DVD, there's a little web comment between Karin and Birdie, and I'm sure you guys have seen this picture before on the bottom left. This picture right here is actually one of the rough designs, well, for Street Fighter V. So kind of glad that they actually changed that. Here, this is the multiple slip covers you can put on for your hot package cover for Street Fighter V. So this comes with 3 covers. Here's the first one. This is with Armika Nadeshko and her wrestling buddies. So that's one. The second one are the Bison dolls. Don't know if the Capri's in here though, but that should, yeah, actually, yep, she's there. She's right there in the middle. Right there. With that visor on. And we have the Nash one. This one is actually my favorite. So Rebirth of Nash. And also with this edition, this is one of the big ones that you get. Can't get anywhere else that I like the most. This is, now I will say this, for the Volcanic edition of Street Fighter V, there are 16 exclusive Capcom colors. This is the only edition that you can get these colors. Now I don't know if these will be available for a DLC later on. They might be, maybe not, but Here's a product voucher for all of the Japanese exclusive colors that comes with the Volcanic Edition. I'm just blocking out the code so no one can start to, start redeeming them and all that types of crap. But even so, I've already redeemed the codes, so this is more of a privacy issue. So, kind of hard to tell. But I'll also be putting up a video in regards to what all the characters look like with their brand new Japanese exclusive costumes. And also, with this package, you also get the battle costume for Dictator. So, that's pretty good. So, how much is this going to run you? When I pre-ordered this from Shop NCSX, this cost me about $150. Add in another $7.72 for USPS priority 2-day mail shipping, and you're good. So I pre-ordered this back sometime in late December. It got shipped out to me. It got shipped on the 18th, I believe, or the 16th, and I got it. I think it was that Friday. No, 16th. Yeah, 16th, 17th. Sorry. It got shipped to me. It got shipped out on the 19th, and that was February 19th. So that's a Friday, and I got it the following Monday, the 22nd. And Shop NCSX, they're actually based in the United States. They are actually based in Flushing, New York. So they're pretty good. I had no issues with them, with the shipping and the pricing, whatever. Now, the actual Japanese equivalent cost of this is about $110. And if you get it elsewhere, like Play Asia, you're going to be roughly paying about $130, $140. Then you got to deal with the shipping. It is a little bit more expensive if I buy it from NCSX, but the big thing about that is I know I'll get it in 2 days. I'll get it within a week. Play Asia, you're going to have to wait a couple weeks. So if you don't mind partying on an extra couple dollars, that's not too bad. But, this is a really good collector's edition. I like this more so better than the United States Collector's Edition, which costs around $100. With that, you get the game, the statue. Like, who cares about the statue? You get the game, the statue. You get some free Udon Street Fighter comics. I think you get 4 of them. And you get a soundtrack sampler. And this only comes with, I believe, 5 songs. Sorry, but that's not going to cut it for me. If I'm going to get a collector's edition, I might as well just buy something that I know I will use and I'm going to enjoy. And given everything else that you see here, it's a no-brainer. So, US stays getting bodied by the Japanese in terms of collector's editions. So, but yeah, that wraps up, just the contents of the Volcanic Edition. I'll be putting up some videos online just so you can see what the actual exclusive colors look like. Some of them are, actually, I like all of them. I like the pink Ryu, I like the pink Ken and the evil Ryu style colors too, which is like the black gi and the even darker headband. So thanks again for watching, and I'll post some stuff up soon, and stay tuned for the rest of this video so you can see all the other stuff. Oh, one more thing I forgot. You get exclusive titles. So you get, I believe, 16 or 17 exclusive titles that you can only get within the Volcanic Edition. So hey, that's still pretty good. And also, one more thing. You get, for the product vouchers that you'll get an extra 500 zenny. Excuse me, an extra 1,000. So, altogether, that's 1,500 zenny. And I believe every character may cost around 600. So, that's good for 2.5 DLC characters. So, once Alex comes out next month in March, or Jury, Boxer, Guile, Urian, who knows? So something for you to think about if you want to get this. Now, last time I checked NCSX, they still had some of these in stock, but the price has actually gone up by about $20. So when I paid for it, this was $150, not including shipping. Now they're asking about $167. Include shipping in that, you're looking about $174, $175, and they don't charge tax. So if you're thinking about getting it, I don't think it's a problem. Now, one thing I do want to point out. Now, I have both versions of Street Fighter V. I have the United States version, and I have the Japanese version. My US PlayStation Plus account is up, is active, and is valid for the next couple of years. If you're wondering, will I be able to see Japanese once I play the Japanese edition. Most likely you will not, because I actually have the, once you play a PlayStation game, or at least a PS4 game, it gets installed on your machine. So as soon as I booted up the Japanese edition, after I already had played the US edition, everything was in English. The only difference was, well, there are two differences. One, actually, and let me go back a little bit, because I actually had to switch accounts. So basically what happened is I pretty much jumped on my Japanese account, which does not have PlayStation Plus, but my US account does. And as soon as I popped this bad boy in, everything was in English. Everything. The only big difference is, there were two big differences. One, in Japan, they use circle to confirm a menu selection, whereas in the United States, you have to press X to confirm. So that's the difference right there between the X and the circle button. And the second thing is, because I'm a Japanese user, or originally as me using my Japanese account, I'm not going to be using my US credentials. So this means, you had to create a new Capcom Fighter ID and whatnot. Not a big deal. Really not a big deal at all. So that's something for you to think about. But I was able to play on my Japanese account, using my Japanese version, and everything was in English. I know it sounds a little bit weird, but I do have the video to prove it. So I will definitely put this up right after I'm done talking to you like this. So basically, this is Street Fighter 4 is not so much based off the game, but it's more based off the region. So the only biggest difference is between the Japanese and the US versions, besides the DLC, is you press circle to confirm in the Japanese version, whereas you have to press X for the United States version. So that pretty much wraps it up. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I really do appreciate it. Stay tuned, and I'm going to post up the rest of the titles for the Volcanic Edition, as well as the Capcom exclusive colors for all 16 characters for Street Fighter V. Thanks again, and take care.
Huh?